Most women think the problem is confidence. They think they just need to feel better about themselves. That's usually not the real issue. The real issue is clarity. Something I've noticed over the past few years is that a lot of women feel disconnected from themselves. Not necessarily unhappy, not necessarily failing in life, but something just feels off. They're doing the things they thought they were supposed to do. They're working, they're building their life, they're trying to take care of themselves, but internally there's this quite feeling of misalignment. Like the person you are today doesn't fully match the life you're living. And what's interesting is that most women think the problem is confidence. They think they just need to feel better about themselves. But in my experience, both personally and also through my work as an image consultant, that's usually not the real issue. The real issue is clarity. One of the biggest reasons women feel disconnected from themselves is because their life has evolved faster than their identity. Think about it. Your life might look very different today than it did 5 years ago. Your priorities have changed. Your responsibilities have changed. The way you spend your time has changed. But the way you see yourself might still be operating from an older version of yourself, of you. And when that happens, things start to feel confusing. You look in your closet and nothing feels quite right. You're trying to show up confidently in certain environment, but something feels slightly out of place. You feel like you're growing, but you don't fully know who you're becoming yet. And that's usually something that is normal when it comes to growth. But the problem is most people never slow down enough to address it. Instead, they try to fix the symptom. They buy more clothes. They change their routine. They follow trends, but none of those things solve the deeper issue, because the real question is, who are you becoming? This is something I talk about a lot with image consulting clients, or with my image consulting clients. People assume image consulting is about clothing. Yes, wardrobe absolutely matters, but clothing is actually one of the last piece of the puzzle. Before we talk about outfits, we talk about identity, because your image should always reflect the woman you are becoming, not the woman you used to be, and not the woman the internet is telling you to be. It should reflect your values, your lifestyle, your priorities. For example, if your life today involves leadership, responsibilities, or building something meaningful, your presence should definitely reflect that. The way you represent yourself should communicate clarity and also intention. And when your identity becomes clear, something interesting happens. Your decisions starts to become easier. Your wardrobe becomes easier. Your routine becomes easier, because you're no longer trying to copy someone else's life. You're building your own. But alignment isn't just about clothing or routines. It's also about how you carry yourself. And that's where presence begins to change. When a woman becomes more aligned with herself, you can feel it. She moves differently. She speaks differently. She doesn't seem rushed or chaotic. And it's not because her life is perfect. It's because she understands who she is and what matters to her. There's a certain calmness that comes with that. And that calmness is something people interpret as elegance. But elegance isn't really about luxury. It's about intentionality. It's about being thoughtful with your time, thoughtful with your environment, thoughtful with the way you present yourself to the world. And the truth is, that kind of presence doesn't happen overnight. It's built through small daily decisions. is built through discipline, through reflection, through growth, and sometimes through seasons of discomfort where you're trying to figure things out and you don't know where the answer will come from. For me personally, one of the biggest sources of my clarity has been my faith. As a Christian woman, I stand 10 toes down for my King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Jesus Christ. And I want to be clear about something here because I don't want it to feel like I am, preaching to you when I talk about my faith. But I do think it's important to acknowledge the things that ground us. Because in a world that constantly tells you who you should be, having something deeper that anchors you becomes very important. For me, that grounding often comes through my quiet time with God. Moments where I step away from the noise of social media and external expectations and reconnect with what actually matters. I've noticed that whenever I stay rooted in my faith first thing in the morning, everything becomes aligned more naturally. My decisions becomes clearer. My priorities become clear. And even the way I carry myself changes. If you're someone who has been feeling a little disconnected lately, I want you to know that it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something wrong. Sometimes it simply means you're growing, you're evolving, and the version of you that is merging is asking for more clarity, more intention, more alignment, because becoming heard is not about perfection. It's all about alignment. This is actually something I help women with through my image consulting work. I look at your lifestyle, your priorities, your personal style, and build a wardrobe and presence that truly aligns with the life you're stepping into. If you're interested in working together, you can definitely find all the details and booking information in the description box below. In the next episode of the series, we're going to talk about something that most people overlook: the quiet discipline behind women who always seem put together. Because elegance and confidence rarely comes from motivation. They come from systems. And we're going to break that down in the next lesson. I'll see you there.